In this lecture, we're going to talk about doing a left-hand shift where you use an open string note to shift into the next position. Now this is something that classical and fingerstyle guitar players use a lot. It's a very, very helpful tool, and no matter what style of music you like to play, whether it's blues or classical or fingerstyle, you're going to definitely want to take advantage of this. As soon as we play an open string, we're going to move to head to the next position. I talk to even my young beginner students, very early on in lessons, we kind of learn how to set up for the next note whenever you play an open note. So let's go ahead and take a look specifically how we're going to do that. So looking how we're going to shift on an open string, I really love this move. It's something that you really need to learn how to do right away on the guitar, even with beginning students, to be honest. I talk about this when we're playing just very simple melodies. You might think that an open string is nice and easy because you don't have to hold any fingers down, and that's true to some extent, but we want to use that to get ready for the next note. It's kind of a gift. So what we're going to do, as soon as we play that E open, our hand's kind of like this. We're in position, right? You know all about positions now. And that position just kind of shifts here. Now if you're familiar with the shape, you might know this is a G chord, but it doesn't matter either way. It's kind of like I get the shape in the air. I kind of have this diagonal of 1, 2, third finger, right, like that, right? I kind of have that already, and I just kind of shift that up, and it also moves together. It's so easy that way. It just kind of falls in the chord. It feels really nice. And just the absolute moment that I do the E open, what happens is a lot of times people go away from where they're going. What I mean by that, they do the open, their hand goes this way, but whoops, we need to go this way. And it seems like what I'm doing right now, it seems pretty obvious, and it seems like you probably wouldn't do it that badly. But there's a lot of times where that kind of comes into play, so make sure that you're over here, and you immediately, you don't waste any time going here. That's what guitar players and guitar teachers mean when they say to move efficiently. Sometimes I think people just say that too much, they don't even really know what they're talking about. What you're kind of doing is like you're only going the direction that you need to. As soon as I go, 1, 3, 1, as soon as you open, by the time the open is actually sounded, I'm already here. It's almost like, whoops, kind of fooled you, I'm over here. So make sure you're keeping that going you're playing. This would be a good one to really master with absolutely no delay there. No, you don't want it like that. You want, once again, someone who can't see your hand or doesn't know anything about playing guitar, doesn't know that there's anything tricky or, difficult about that shift. They just hear da, 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 da. Because really, musically, it's going from here, it's going down. It's going G, F, E, D. So it should sound really nice and light, like you're just kind of falling on that note, using that open string to shift into that little chord there. So in this lecture, we learned how to shift on an open string note. So once that open string note is sounding, then you can kind of move and cover your own tracks by keeping the sound going. In the next lecture, we're going to talk about spider walking across the fretboard of the guitar with your left hand. So it's like you're holding on to one note and your other fingers are moving ahead to the next note, just kind of like you're walking up the fretboard. So let's go ahead and jump ahead to the next lecture and take a look at that.